My name is Michael Sirlos, and this is Scott Ball, and we are photojournalists for a project called Humans of San Antonio. For the past year and a half, we have been walking the streets of San Antonio looking to document individuals who are willing to share their perspectives on life to the community. And one question we often hear is, why would you spend your free time doing that? In a quick reply, we usually tell people Humans of San Antonio is a humanitarian project, and the idea is to promote individuality, and by showcasing individuals, we feel like we can help create a stronger community as a whole. Humans of San Antonio, or HOSA, has become a documentary blog that shares visual images along with a short written phrase peering into the lives of those who surround us. Since starting this project, the time we spend with strangers often end up becoming very personal and sentimental, almost as if we become part of these people's families. The project thrives on social media that acts like a digital water cooler, where discussions and healthy debate take place on unique topics that affect our daily lives and experiences. The sense of community is growing stronger in San Antonio, and we believe it is our job to grow with it as people by bridging the gaps between culture, politics, religion, and most of all, each other. It is our objective to promote diversity and social awareness within the downtown community, but also all across San Antonio. What is great about HOSA is the fact that it's an icebreaker. It challenges people not to place judgments on the individual, but to dig deeper and appreciate the similarities and differences we have for one another. We all have unique qualities, and it is our goal to deliver those qualities in its most honest form. The people we photograph don't know they're going to be photographed that day, nor do they have time to think about what they might say. The interactions we have with people are random, and through photojournalism, we can capture the essence of personality, spontaneity, and the beauty of imperfection. HOSA is presented in a format that meets you at an eye-to-eye level, hoping that it will break down barriers that keep us from reaching our common goal of wanting to create a better place to live. Scott?
So when I first started with Humans of San Antonio, I met Michael in August of last year. It was interesting. Right when I met him, I realized just how much we shared a passion in photojournalism and telling stories. So I remember I was officially accepted onto the team, and it was my first day with just me and my camera. And I was walking down the Riverwalk. I parked at the Pearl and was heading downtown, and I ran into this gentleman here. So obviously I was a little nervous. You know, I'm from the north side of San Antonio, and I don't see people like this every day. So I was afraid exactly what he was going to do when I asked him to take a photo. I didn't know if he was going to react harshly at all or anything like that, but he ended up being fantastic to speak to. He was great. He told me about how he's traveled all around the world, but he ended up coming back to San Antonio because San Antonio is home. And that made a profound effect on me. So this was by far the most difficult interaction I've ever had with Humans of San Antonio. And the reason is because it was my first one. I thought about it and I thought, well, you see families like this every day downtown, and they're having a great time, and that's a great scene. But are people looking at Humans of San Antonio and getting something from it? Are they looking at themselves a little bit more positively after they see some other people's stories? Are parents possibly parenting a little bit differently after they read some about our other guardians on the page, like this father here who traveled the world and learned a lot of lessons later in life than he'd like to, so he wants to make sure he instills those lessons in his kids at a younger age. To talk a little bit more how Humans of San Antonio goes a little bit more in depth in the community experience, I'm going to bring Michael back up to you. Michael?
Yeah. Cool. Thanks, Scott. Humans of San Antonio has reached to hundreds of individuals who have opened up to complete strangers. People have taken the time to share their most personal experiences and inspirations. Haley of San Antonio shared this message. Your page and photographs fill me up with the most exquisite kind of sadness. They are a glimpse into a city that only exists in waves, a slow kind of existence that never amounts to anything probable. The photographs make me keenly aware of something intangible about the city as a whole, a thing that I believe many of us know intuitively but do not express. We want to do like a real-time HOSA experience. We want to, we want to do what we do out in the streets in this room. And so right now I'm going to ask to see if there's any volunteers. Do we have anyone who'd be willing to come up here to the front and be photographed and questioned and interviewed, I should say. Do you have any takers? Yes, thank you.
Hey, man.
How you doing? Nice to meet you. Lawrence?
On your Facebook.
Oh, awesome.
Hey,
Cool.
Scott. Nice to meet you.
Okay, so Scott knows what to do,
Okay.
and I'm just gonna let him do his thing, okay?
Okay.
You said your name was Lawrence, right?
Yeah.
Okay, hi, I'm Scott. I'm gonna meet you again, right? I'm a photographer for a project called Humans of San Antonio. I walk the streets, I take photos of people all over the city, ask them questions and take a couple photographs. Do you mind if I do that real quick?
No, not at all.
Awesome. So what brings you out here today?
I work downtown.
Okay, so you wanted to come see us? You want to come see my beautiful face, or?
Well, I was invited by
Oh,
Central.
perfect. Okay, that's great. What do you do for a living, if you don't mind me asking?
Commercial real estate.
Commercial real estate. So what do you like about commercial real estate? Like what's the best thing about commercial real estate?
We focus on mostly regional
Okay.
and local tenants.
Okay.
That gives us kind of the greatest joy
Okay.
is being able to serve the community.
Okay. The greatest joy is being able to serve the community. I like that. That's cool. Do you mind? So, as you know, our project's a little bit about sharing personal stories. You just heard that tearjerker from Michael, right?
Sure.
Right. So.
I read them.
Yes.
Sometimes I do have a tear in my eye.
Okay. So I'm going to ask you a little bit more of a personal question. Is that okay?
Absolutely.
Okay. We have this question ready for you.
Okay.
What's been the most difficult thing that you've ever had to accept about yourself?
That I am not typically an emotional person.
Okay. Can you explain a little further about that?
I don't know. I mean, I've got terrific parents, but I think the generation that my parents grew up in was not an emotional generation.
Okay.
And also that my family is, the background is European. I think that kind of compounded the fact. And so I'm really lucky I met my wife.
Oh,
Because
okay.
she's very passionate and emotional. And that's a great thing because it kind of complements my problems.
Perfect. So that's great. Can I get one more photo? Oh, sorry.
No, that's it, man.
Okay, I'm gonna get one more photo of you facing me this way, so I have the crowd in the back. Is that okay? Thank you so much for sharing your story. Perfect. Awesome. Thanks again.
Hi, Phil.
Appreciate it.
Hey, that's awesome. If there's anything we can do.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Well, yeah, I guess this, thank you so much again, everyone, for coming in and to this presentation. This pretty much wraps it up, and thank you again. Have a good night.